All right, guys, welcome to episode 2 of the podcast. It is
Yeah.
December 12th today. Yeah. For me, it's 11. For you guys, it is 8, correct?
Yeah,
Damn,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
I never say the word correct. It's so weird. Anyways, yeah. All right, so first topic, let's see. Dreams as a kid.
What?
Well,
Alright.
actually, there's like a different
yeah.
kind
Go
of
for
section
it.
that I wanted to talk about. The biggest news this week was that the
Oh,
COVID
yeah.
vaccine got approved by the FDA, right?
Oh, yeah.
Thoughts, opinions?
Honestly, I don't know. Just if it works, it works. But like,
Yep.
I don't have any thoughts. I just heard that like the U.S. isn't gonna be getting it like anytime soon. But then y'all were saying how like New York got it or like it's gonna get it soon. It's like what the? But
Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of news about like horrible side effects and stuff. Like I hear people's arms are like swelling up or like people start feeling really cold. I heard someone's like teeth started breaking because they were like their jaws were like jittering so much. It's kind of crazy. There's a lot of negative news about it, so I don't know. Skeptical.
yeah, I thought there weren't any side
I've heard
effects.
otherwise.
Interesting. Would you guys get it? If hypothetically speaking, let's say tomorrow it's available to everyone in the US.
Yeah,
I think
think so.
I would wait a little bit just to see if there are like some common side effects. And if it's like if those side effects are horrible, because right now I'm fine. I can manage quarantine. But yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
if you can, why not?
I think I would get it because like I'm working and I'm like consistently like exposed to like just so many different people. It's like I
Yeah,
would
that's
probably
true.
get it.
What about you?
I would probably wait like a good 2 weeks until I get it because
Yeah.
like I don't have like a strong desire to go outside right now. Yeah, it would be nice to meet up with friends. Yeah, it'd be nice to go back to school, but like it's finals. I'm not gonna go out
Okay,
anyways.
finals.
That's true. That's
Probably
true.
gonna stay inside,
Mm-hmm.
just do my usual stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably wait. All right, you wanna talk about people as kids?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You wanna do it? You wanna do it?
Oh my god.
All
we
right.
are still kids.
Uh,
I mean,
legally, not anymore.
Yeah, legally we're
damn.
all adults.
I'm not a teenager anymore, so I can't really say I'm a kid.
Damn, for real. You so old.
Yeah, dude, I'm getting like severe back pains
Oh my
my
god,
when I
your
wake up. And I'm
hernia.
like, oh no,
Your
my
discs.
back. I was doing some stretches today because I was like, these random back pains are not fun.
Sudden.
And it's not like it's terrible either. It's bearable. It's just annoying to have.
You're
All
getting
right.
old, man.
I've been getting old. It's the thing. I never stopped.
Yeah, I've been talking with some of my like old school friends and they tell me how old I look now. It's really sad. Yeah.
You know what? You do kind of look old.
I do.
Like, I was looking at old, like, Paraguay photos. Man, you and Josh, especially Josh, like, he looks so young back then. I mean, that's, like, obvious because, like, he was, like, 14 or something. But still, like, it's so weird.
14.
You
But have you
were...
compared the 14-year-old photos to the like high school upperclassmen photos?
17, 18.
I think
I don't know.
that's where the difference comes in. Not like
Yeah.
14 and now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, swimming and water polo cost me aging.
Does it like damage your
He got
skin?
dark, too. Hella dark.
No, I mean, I got I'm back to my normal skin
Okay,
tone,
that's good.
so I don't
'Cause
feel any different.
he religiously put on sunscreen.
No, I didn't put on
Oh,
sunscreen.
never mind then.
I was just like, what's the point of putting it on if it's just gonna wash out in the first 30 minutes?
I
Big
guess,
brains.
Right? So I was like, I don't care. I'm gonna tan evenly anyways.
Yeah, except for your eyes. The goggle part.
Eyes
Oh
and the swimsuit
yeah,
print.
the
Yeah.
goggle tan.
Oh my god, him and Joyce would be coming to Sunday service with like a goggle
Yeah.
tent. I'd be like, oh my god.
Reverse panda.
I know.
I kind of miss it though.
I don't. I like the way you are now.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it looks nice.
Anyways.
Oh yeah, I have a random
Yeah.
question for like swimmers. Do people like pee in the pool? Because like I saw a video recently about that, and they were talking about like the science about it, but I don't know. They say a lot of people do, but I was hoping not.
So I think there's a slight difference when it comes to water polo players and swimmers. And I feel like swimmers tend to be a little more kind of like cliquey and a little more like kept to
Mhm.
themselves and introverted.
Mm,
Just from what I've seen. This
Okay.
I might be generalizing too much, but that's what I've seen. Water polo players, however, they don't care. They're confident, right?
so they just pee everywhere.
So
They
there's
just
like
pee wherever they want.
there's a sign that you put up
Oh
to warn the
really?
people around you, right? You put your hand out on a
Damn.
fist and you lift your pinky. That means you're peeing in the pool.
No.
And
Oh.
everybody looks at it, notices, takes about like a good 7 strokes away.
I did not know that. That's so interesting.
Oh my
But-
god.
I didn't do that. I either just didn't go to the restroom,
Damn.
I just held it in, or I went right before or after.
Mhm.
Because like the
Yes.
bathroom's not that far away. Yeah.
I think it's easier for guys though. Like
Yeah.
for girls.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I just remember I'm still like this today, but like I hate like even in my own bathroom, I cannot touch the floor with my feet. Like I hate the feeling of that. And every time I go to like public like swimming pools, I'd always be wearing like what is it? Like slippers, you know, even in the shower and everything. And then I'd be so sensitive to that. But then especially if you have to go to the bathroom, you have to touch the toilet while you're like drenched or like you're moist. You know? That's
Yeah.
nasty. But for guys, it's just like, and you just go back.
It depends. It depends. If you only have to go number 1,
Oh
then
yeah,
yeah. But
I guess.
number 2,
Okay.
I went like once and I was like, never again.
Yeah, that's crazy. I guess the video was right. Because they said like in like a normal sized pool there'd be like quite a few amount of gallons. It's kind of crazy.
Nasty.
I think the science behind what you're talking about right now is the what is it? Like the smell of chlorine. It gets stronger.
Oh yeah.
The more
Yeah, that was
there is in
mentioned
the
in the
pool.
video. That was mentioned
Yeah,
in the
that
video.
is true.
So that smell of like
Yeah, so don't go to
that smell of chlorine is not the chlorine smell. It is the combination of that and urine.
combination
Yep.
of Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
Yup.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is so off topic.
I mean, it's just whatever.
You
Yeah,
guys didn't
yeah.
pee in the
It-
pool
it
when you guys were younger?
I did not.
No, I was kind of
Wow.
purposeful. Maybe when I was like really young,
Damn.
but no, they need to go in certain places for me, or otherwise it feels weird.
Damn, I'm the only one who did it.
Actually,
then, huh?
Actually, I think I did it once before, but I was so traumatized by like the feeling of being surrounded by the warmness. And I was like, ugh.
Yeah, it's just weird, right? Afterwards, it's just like
I was like, no, never again. And it's
Yeah.
disgusting for other people if you think about it. So like, cause you know how like you always end up drinking a little bit of the water accidentally, like no matter what.
if you think
Yeah.
about it, if you think about that, I've drank
So
Yeah.
so much.
So it's like just for the sake of others and for myself, let's just not. Yeah.
Hey, it's extra hydration. What are you talking about?
Oh my God, you don't need extra hydration
Uh,
though.
Anyways, anyways.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna do a quick
Yeah, yeah.
segue, right? So when I was in the pool, I would always often like dream about what it would feel like to be in like a professional level
Hmm.
of as a swimmer
Mm-hmm.
or as a water polo player. So like, what were your guys' dreams as kids?
Oh, I've had a few.
Dude,
Go ahead, Lydia.
I
Yeah.
had I had like I had like three. And so like I just remember in elementary school, I wanted to be in the army so bad for some reason.
The
I just thought it was like the
army.
coolest thing ever. I was
Ooh.
like, oh my god, holding
Holding guns, that's
guns,
why?
shooting people, killing them. I'm just kidding. I'm just
Okay, I
kidding.
was gonna say.
Not the killing part. I was just kidding. It's
Alright.
just like I don't know. I just thought it was super cool. And then like suddenly I switched and I wanted to be a cop. And then obviously I don't want to be a cop anymore. But and then third one, it was a firefighter.
Oh
And I switched between
wow.
those three like
Yeah.
every time.
I see a pattern.
Yeah.
I see a
Damn.
pattern.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
Those three are like the top three, like defending our community,
yeah,
society.
like I was super into. I just thought it was so badass. Like I just had like this dream that like I'm gonna be like the
Yeah.
only girl in that because like I always thought. I mean, it is like the majority of like people that are in those categories. It's usually male. So I always
Yeah,
yeah. So I
statistically.
always thought like, damn, I'm gonna be so cool, like so badass. This tiny, scrawny Asian girl, like having these dreams, like maybe that is why I'm into guys, like, in uniforms.
I don't know. Isn't it? I think it's a common
Yeah.
idea among people, not just women or men. It's just
Like,
both.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They I don't know, fantasize, idolize like the other whoever they're attracted to in a uniform.
Yeah, I
Okay,
guess.
so
But
military, police officer, and
yeah, those are my dreams.
firefighter, was it?
Yeah.
Dang. For me, I
Uh-huh.
like when I was younger, I was a very nerdy, geeky kid. I watched a lot of documentaries, like for fun. So like I remember watching like ocean documentaries, and that kind of sparked me to wanting to become a marine biologist. Actually, no, before that was a firefighter. I wanted to be a firefighter because I was watching this TV show as a little kid. And then I saw those documentaries and I wanted to be a marine biologist. And then I took bio honors um ninth grade, and that dream was crushed because I did not do good at bio at all. And that was just bio honors. So yeah.
I think I remember like this was in middle school, I think. It was probably in 8th grade. I was like Sean's like my best friend, but I don't know like anything that you
Yeah.
would normally know about a best friend, right? You don't know. I didn't know
Yeah.
your favorite color. I didn't know like
Yeah.
your favorite subject or like what you wanted to be. So I was like, you know what? On one
Yeah.
Friday, I was just like, I'm gonna ask him
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
And I remember you saying marine biologist,
You're like, what?
and like your favorite color was like red or blue, whichever Terry doesn't use.
Oh, I said that?
I
Oh
remember
my
that.
God. Can't believe I said that.
I just remember, like, either Sean or Terry telling me, like,
Oh, it was Terry
that Terry took the red. Yeah, Terry took the red Power Ranger because
No, the blue Power Ranger.
wait, you liked the
Yeah,
red
I liked
Power
it.
Ranger, but then Terry liked the red Power Ranger, so he took that, and then you had to be stuck with
No,
the
no, it's
blue
the other way
Power Ranger.
around. Yeah.
Oh, never
He
mind.
he liked blue, and I wanted to take blue because he liked it,
Uh-huh.
but he kicked me away. So I was like, all right, then I'll take red. Yeah. I can't believe I said that. Wow. Why can't siblings just share a favorite color?
No.
It's something like wanting something of your own and not wanting other people to have it, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, like as a kid, for me it was more like if your parents bought you like a toy set, It's not like everything is the same color. There's one side and there's another side, and you have to choose. It was usually those kind of interactions.
So you're so
I
nice,
guess.
Sean. You're
Hmm.
so nice. You like sharing, huh?
No,
I think that's because Sean's the youngest sibling, right?
yes.
Yeah.
So to even the playing field for you, your older sibling doesn't get to choose everything, right? You both have to pick
Yeah.
it. As for me, it's just like I just got toys thrown into like a giant basket, and whichever one
Hmm.
you pick to play with is what you play with for that
Hmm.
day.
Yeah. Yeah. My parents treated Terry and me as equals, so it didn't really feel like he was older than me at times. I think that was good, but also bad in some ways. But yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say you're
Um,
equals?
that's no, I don't think so. I mean, I think I should respect him as my older brother, of course. So no, I don't think so.
How nice of you.
I mean, no, as in I am superior. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
you didn't
Terry,
have
I'm
to say it.
kidding.
We
I'm
all knew. We all
kidding.
knew.
I'm kidding, Terry. Oh my god.
He's probably not even gonna
I
listen to
know.
this.
Who knows? Who knows? I
Yeah.
better not
Anyways,
talk too much trash.
Josh, what is your dream as a kid?
I've had a lot. I hopped to like different ones like whenever I was inspired. So first I want to be the president
Whoa.
because you see him on the television the most,
Hell
and this was back in
yeah.
Korea. And
Ah, I
like
see, I
Korean
see.
presidents have a record of not being that
Yep.
great.
You're like, I'm
Yeah,
gonna be the one to change that.
a little bit because like all the news would be like, "Oh, this president did bad, that president did bad. They accept bribes and whatnot." And I'm like, why do you
Yeah.
need that much money when you're in charge of a country and you're getting paid for doing that, right? I also wanted to be a
Wow.
firefighter.
Mm.
Never a policeman for some reason. I also wanted to be a general,
Oh.
an
Mm.
artist,
Damn, boy.
an athlete. Yeah, I had a lot of different inspirations. Uh, wanted to be a professional Lego builder at one point, I
Ooh,
think.
that sounds pretty
That would
fun.
be so dope.
Yeah, also a comedian.
Damn, comedian is also good.
Comedian.
It's just everything around me that influenced me as a kid or that looked cool
Mm.
or good to do. I was like, I want to do that.
Wow, the president.
But now we're in college, and nothing matches up with what I used to want.
Yeah, same. I hate physical activities.
You dance.
But yeah, you
Besides
dance.
that, like, dance is like in its own category, but dude,
It's
like, every time I think about like just like the training that like people in the army have to do, man, I have so much respect, but I could never do that. Like, I can barely run a mile.
I heard the more you do it, the more you get used to it.
Do I want to get used to that?
I feel like it'd be a nice thing to have, like looking back, but never in the moment.
Yeah.
Like I never want to run a mile, but after I do it, I was like, you know what, that was a good productive run, and then I'll regret it the next time I do it.
I haven't ran a mile in years. It's crazy.
What are some things you misunderstood as kids?
You go first, Josh.
Something I misunderstood as a kid, the process of making a child. I
Oh
was
Oh,
like,
my
I was gonna say
god,
that.
yes,
Yeah, I was
yeah, I
yes.
gonna
feel like
say
that's a
that.
common misconception that people have,
How did
right?
you guys think it
Like
happened?
I thought it was
Oh
kissing.
my god.
Oh, whoa. Then you're like, oh my god, they're making a child in public. Oh my god.
If they pop,
They're doing it
they're
right
gonna
there.
prego
They're producing babies.
baby
Damn.
factory.
I thought it was just sleeping like in the same
Me
bed
too,
and
me
it like
too.
somehow just happened like magically, you know?
Oh my god. Like my pastors, my pastor, like they had a kid, like him and his wife, they had a kid, and then like I was
Mm-hmm.
in like elementary school at the time, But my friends were like, "How did that happen?" And I was like so confident in this. I was like, "Dude, they just slept they just slept next to each other." They were like, "That's how it works." I'm like, "Yeah, you can just get pregnant like that." Oh my god.
I mean, technically.
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 Oh Jesus.
I also heard some people say like they used to think holding hands for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah, that was
An interesting one.
pretty interesting. All right, Lydia, what about you?
Me? I always thought like every family was like my family. Like
What do you mean?
like as in like, which is like kind of true, I guess, but I thought every family had like like a lot of problems. And then I just remember like some of my friends, like, you know, they have like like literally like the nuclear family, is that what it's called? Super perfect. And then like I just be like so jealous of that. And then I just remember like being like, wow, what's wrong with my family?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like something in the past. Like I come to realize, like, you know, some parents or like some dads or some moms are not the best, but it's
Yeah,
okay,
sure.
I guess. That got so serious. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine.
What about you, Sean?
I was also gonna say the sex thing or the baby making thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else really. Hmm.
I used to think that adults had everything figured
Oh.
out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just like when you grow up, you just know how to do things.
I used to think going to college was like a guaranteed like you'd get a job right after you graduate. But that is also very not true.
Oh, yeah. Could you imagine just like right after college, you get a job
That's
without
That'd
having
be
to
so
like
nice.
apply or do anything else with it?
God.
I don't know if I want that though. Like, yeah, having a secure, like knowing that something is secured after like college is like nice to like have, but also like going through the application process and just like doing like interviews. I feel like that's like a whole like part of like appreciating the job you have and like just being more grateful for whatever you have at the moment. Think. Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting of you to
Yeah.
say.
I
Yeah,
mean, I live
very
my life very
interesting.
on the edge. I just do everything so impulsively. But yeah, I would love to have interviews. Sounds very fun and anxiety attacks.
I mean, both of you have worked before.
You have
I haven't.
what the hell? I thought you did.
I've applied for
Mm.
several jobs on campus.
They said no.
Was it the techie ones?
Most of them, like half of them. Yeah, some of them are tech
Mm.
ones, PowerPoint, sound system, whatever. But like half of them didn't get back to me.
It's okay, man.
Like I sent in an application through email, which is what they said to do it through,
Mm-hmm.
and some of them just didn't get back to me. And I had like 2 interviews, and both of them did not get.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
especially
didn't
for
get
like
the
techie
job.
jobs, there is usually more competition than the jobs that me and Lydia have worked, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I worked at a PetSmart. What are the requirements there? Not much,
Yeah.
really. But techie job, there's experience involved, and more experience, the better, you know. Yeah. Actually, I was after I got hired and I started getting to like talk with the other workers there. Um, they said PetSmart doesn't like easily accept like people for the job. Like apparently a lot of people have applied before me, but they didn't get in.
Oh,
And I came in after a good while of like no new
interesting.
people. I was like, oh, okay, it's cool, it's cool. But I don't know, but like looking at the people that work there,
Hmm.
like I don't mean to sound rude, but it didn't look like their expectations were high. Like, so I don't know.
You guys want to talk about insecurities
Kid?
as a kid, and
My
if they're still
chub,
there?
my chubbiness.
Your chub.
Like I remember I had such a hard time not like being shirtless in the pool. I would always put on like one of those swim shirts. Yeah. Even now, honestly, sometimes.
Yeah. Can relate to that. I think I was honestly so confident when I was a kid. Like, I think the only insecurities I had, it wasn't, I think, I don't know if this is considered insecurities, but I just remember like being so embarrassed of like my culture and just like being being like Asian because I went to Hobart
Oh,
and like there weren't
really?
that many Korean people, but then like just like I remember like I would kind of be made fun of like how like my food smelled and I'd just go back to my house and like be mad at my
Damn.
mom, be like, why'd you make this for me? Like I don't want that. Like make me freaking peanut butter jelly sandwiches like everybody else. Buy me
Lunchables,
freaking
yes.
Lunchables. I cannot believe I would have preferred Lunchables over
Oh, I know. Oh.
Kalbi and oh my god. But
Okay.
yeah.
You can't compare Kalbi
But
and
back then as a
Lunchables.
kid, I used to be like
Interesting.
embarrassed having to use chopsticks and all these kids are using sporks.
Same, yeah.
Yeah, that is very
Yeah.
interesting. I've had
'Cause like you
quite the
stand out.
opposite experience.
No. My sisters like always like hype me up. They were like my hype mans, hype women's, hype yeah. They'd always hype me up and like especially like Sean said, like the like wearing swimming suits and stuff like that. I'd be so fine wearing bikinis as like a fourth grader going to YMCA with my sisters.
I feel like fourth graders,
I don't know how old I was.
you don't.
I was young though.
I feel like you only really start caring about that like once you get to like middle
Yeah.
school.
But then I think that's when I started to like really like be super self-conscious about how I looked and like my body and stuff like that. Yeah.
Interesting. But going back to like the whole culture
yeah.
thing, I was the only Asian kid in my class in second grade when I first moved to the States.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I was like, I didn't feel, maybe because I didn't understand them, but I didn't feel like any different from all the other kids. But that's also because the food
Yeah.
was all school food. Nobody brought, or I didn't bring food. But also when people like say, "Oh, your food smells bad,"
Mm-hmm.
I'd get mad at them. It's like, are you shaming my mom's cooking? How dare you? If you're really my friend,
That's
you
true.
wouldn't say that
That's
about my
true.
mom's
That's
cooking.
true.
Wow. I love that.
Yeah, I also got that same effect as Josh, but for me, my elementary school was I think like a good 30-40% Korean, surprisingly. There were a lot of Asians there, and it was only until middle school and high school where I became like the only Korean, or if there was like only one other Korean besides me in my entire like school. And that's when like my Korean pride, I guess, started like really growing. Cause you're like you can go around saying you're like an almost extinct species, you know, and it's like it's cool. Yeah, I'm exotic. I'm a
You're
rare
exotic.
You're
specimen to
exotic.
behold, like you know.
I mean, I feel like that also brought negative
I mean, I
attention on
wouldn't
you.
go around saying that. Like, it was funny. Yeah, I I tried to convert that. Like, I mean, I don't know. Of course, I felt lonely at times because I'm like you're the only Korean, of course. But I tried to convert that to like a more positive kind of look. And so, yeah, that
No, you had a
Oh,
stalker.
that was interesting. That was very interesting. Hopefully she doesn't listen to this.
Something I was insecure about was my wrists, surprisingly.
That's
How so?
really oddly specific.
Yeah, I just remember like walking home from school and like looking at my
Uh-huh.
arm, right? And I was like, why are my wrists so small?
What?
Yeah, I was like, why are my wrists so small compared to the rest of my arm?
Oh my goodness.
Right? And then I told this to my brother, and he goes, shut up. It's proportional. And I was like, oh, I'm no longer insecure about my wrist.
Oh, so it was like a one-time thing?
No, I was thinking about it for like a
Oh,
week,
shoot. And it
right?
Uh-huh.
just stopped like
And then
that.
one time, like I'm walking home with my brother from school. I tell him that, and he goes, shut up. I was like, oh, okay. I'm no longer. I guess it's not worth like talking about. So it must not matter that much to anybody else.
It really went boom. My problems are gone.
Yeah. Sad? Just don't be.
Eat
Wow.
a Snickers. You're not yourself when you're hungry. Eat a Snicker.
We're not sponsored by Snickers, but if you'd like to sponsor us, we'll take it.
Exactly.
Hey, Josh, like for you, were you insecure about like your face looks wise?
Mm,
My acne.
Your acne, okay. But not like general looks, like just what your face looks like.
Maybe my teeth, because I had messed up teeth growing up, and now I still have braces. So whenever I laugh or like smile,
Oh
I
yeah,
tend
me
to
too,
cover
me
my
too.
mouth.
Kind of.
mm. Saikuno.
But like,
Mhm.
yeah, I was just about to say, just like
Saikuno.
Saikuno.
Yeah, I see you do that
I don't know when I'm
usually.
getting them off. My dentist is I haven't been to the orthodontist in almost a year because of COVID.
Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I might have to take almost.
A year?
I think last time I
Oh
went
my
was
God.
March.
You need to get new wires.
I
Oh
might have
my
to take them off
God.
myself.
Just get a hammer and
It'll
chisel.
be a different
Yeah.
story.
That's
But
so
when you
weird.
finally get them off, oh my God, it's so nice.
But I have a big head, but I'm not like insecure about it. I just
Mm.
accepted like what I look like.
Really?
I don't know. Looking back, I had a pretty decent self confidence.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had a lot of confidence for like my face, but then I had no confidence for my anything below my neck.
Mm.
Because I remember Terry would hype me up a lot. This is like elementary school, where I was still hella chubby, and I'm like in the mirror, like, oh, I look good, okay.
I was
And
like
now I
that
look
too,
back and I'm
though.
like,
Like, I
wow,
remember, like,
reality is so
thinking
skewed.
I was
Like,
so pretty. 'Cause my sisters would always be like, oh my God, Lydia, like, look at 딸기 얼굴. Like, your face shape is, like, literally so perfect. You're so pretty, right? And they'd be saying this because, like, my mom wouldn't say that because she was too, like, focused on David. But, like, and I remember, like, them constantly saying that. I'd be, like, saying that to myself in the mirror. I'd be like, dude, you're so pretty. and and then one time my sisters were like, Lydia, I know we say that you're pretty, but like you can't do that outside, okay? And I was like, why? I'm like so pretty. And they were like, because they're gonna think you're conceited. And I was like, what's that? And after she told me what that meant, dude, I was low key traumatized. I was like, uh, like, do my friends think I'm conceited? Like, and I think that's when like I started getting super self conscious.
it's funny.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I started,
You
yeah.
guys
I
had
think that's when I started to get like care a lot about what people thought about me too. Yeah.
oh, you guys had some good
Yeah, we
siblings, huh?
did.
I was too busy fighting with them to to be doing any kind of hyping up.
Nah, me and my brother fought a lot though.
Yeah, but your sisters hyped you up, right?
Yeah.
I fought with my sister and my brother.
Damn.
Me and my brother fought a lot too. But
Yeah,
no, he was good at times.
At times.
At times.
rarely.
Yeah. A little more than rarely, I'll give him
Hmm.
credit for that.
Next question.
Yeah.
What's the best piece of advice you got when you were growing up?
Mhm.
I mean, while you guys are thinking about it, I can go
Oh
first.
yeah, you can go.
I was watching a YouTube
Uh-huh.
video,
Yeah.
right? It's Rhett and Link.
Oh.
They're doing their Good Mythical Morning
Heck
and whatnot.
yeah.
Yeah.
With the
Yeah,
rooster.
Of
yeah.
course.
And
Yep.
then it
Yep.
was talking about like a test. They were talking about like test
Uh-huh.
taking. Like, do you cram the night before? And then Rhett said something like, "Oh, I never like cram for it the night before because I already know what I know, and I'm not gonna even if I try to cram it in, if I don't know it, I'm not gonna know it the next day when I do take the test. So I just stopped studying for tests the night before. I know what I know, and I just take it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this was back in like 10th grade,
Interesting.
and yeah, it's gotten me to college. So
I mean,
Not bad. Not bad.
all right, who wants to go
John.
next?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'll go next. I wrote about this in my college application, but I remember, but I think it was mainly from the praise team experience. And then it was my brother was saying like you it's not the responsibility no it's
Mm,
the responsibility that makes the person, not the
interesting.
person that makes the responsibility. Or I think I said it wrong, but like I I remember when I first started leading, I there was a moment where I was very insecure, like I didn't think I could do it. And then Terry would tell me that it's like, of course you're not gonna be good at it, of course. I'm like, but like if you endure through it enough, you'll get better. The responsibility makes the person. And even when I would get like cocky and like use my title, I guess, or brag about my title, it was also like
Mm,
a humbling kind of quote. I think that was a very good piece of advice. I think I can look back at a lot of moments in my life and say that, yeah, that is very true. It's an encouraging but also humbling piece of advice. Yeah.
all right, Lydia.
Honestly, I don't know. Because people haven't said anything impactful to me like that.
Mm.
Oh, interesting. Calling out all of your past
All of my
mentors
pet
and
no.
teachers.
I'm pretty sure there were like things they said and then like it like stuck to me for like a couple months and then like I just forget about it.
Is there like a motto you live by then?
Motto?
Yeah.
Be nice.
Be nice. What a quote.
Yeah.
Do you live it every day?
No, just kidding. That's not my motto. I think it's just like if you is what's that thing where it's like treat people like how you want to be treated.
The golden
Yeah,
rule?
I think my my siblings would say that to my sisters especially. They would say that to me a lot because of like my dad, obviously, and then like they were just always telling me like I think this is not advice, but like the most life-changing thing somebody said to me. You guys all know Pauline, right? Pauline Park.
Yes.
Shonda probably doesn't know, but was she makes music, and also she was my small group teacher for the last retreat we had, and I had like a small conversation with her like in one night, the last night that she was here, and then she said to me like some stuff about like how God is like so great and stuff like that. Like, everybody knows that. Like everybody knows that God is like the most like mighty and like he's so great and everything. But like she said like imagine like we were ants and then God became an ant to save all the ants. And I was like, that sounds so ridiculous, but hearing that analogy, like it made me realize it literally changed my life. I was like, wow, I am really so not worthy of anything. If I'm and I just keep thinking of myself as an ant. Every time I get like,
It sounds like you're talking about like the plot of Ant-Man.
no, but like every time I get like super prideful about like being like praise team leader and like singing and stuff, I always like think about that.
Mhm.
I'm an ant compared to God. Yeah.
Interesting. Sean, do you have a motto that you live by?
Um, I I think I would have to think about that for a little bit.
While you think about that, I have one that I'm currently trying to live by. You guys probably already know what it is.
No, what is it, Josh? Tell us.
My motto is seek discomfort. It's
Oh.
wow, I get a lot of life altering stuff from YouTube now that I think about it. Um, yeah, so it's like the whole point behind it is like make everything your comfort zone or step out of your comfort zone to make it your comfort zone, expand, grow, or at least that's how I'm interpreting it. And so I really just want to like focus on growth, kind of expanding my experiences and kind of the character of myself or who I am.
I love that.
Yeah.
Love that for you.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's also kind of why I wanted to do a podcast.
Next question.
Next question.
Yes.
Biggest or best lesson learned through an experience?
There's too many, man. I think for me it's like I am not producing good music or anything. I'm not up there to produce good music or make the perfect team, but I'm there to lead the people into worship. But also, I can't do that by myself. I need to rely on the Holy Spirit, and yeah.
Huh.
So I always felt like I had to do. I'm still kind of like this. I always feel like I have to do everything myself. Like, and if I don't do it, if I can't trust other people to do it do it perfectly. So I'm always gonna feel like it wasn't good enough, or if I did it, it would just been better. I think being praising leader it's really challenging. Like sometimes if it doesn't sound the way I want it to, because obviously I'm a musician, but it's like,
Yep.
if it doesn't sound the way I want it to, I'd be like super discouraged or like super upset. And then you just gotta remember like why you're doing this in the first place and remember where it came from. Like, God gave us this gift. I wasn't born with this amazing talent, or like I didn't have this talent because of my own strength, but it's God. And just remembering that, I think it helps. Yeah. Yeah. I just wanted to rant.
It was a motivational speech.
Thank you. It's my TED Talk.
Yeah. Something I learned. This is more. No, this is for both myself and for people around me. It's that people are not defined by only their mistakes, and also like it's what they do after they make the mistake that kind of shows the character of the person. So like if someone hits another car with their car, it's not the fact that they hit you with their car that defines them. It's what they do afterwards. Right? So if they're being all arrogant and like, oh, you hit my car and whatnot, you already know kind of like who that person is. But like if they're like being very cooperative, trying to be reasonable about it, then you can tell like, oh, this person knows or has been through some stuff to understand how to react.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah, because I've made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
All right. You guys want to talk about your biggest regret?
You can go first. You said you just made a.
You want me to
You
go
said
first?
you had a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, but they all resulted in something like for me to grow from, right? To learn from.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily regret it because like it happened. If I could, I would probably not learn the lesson that way. And probably in a more positive way. But my biggest regret, just choosing to be introverted or in a negative mindset as a kid. Because looking back, like at my old high school stuff that I used to have, which I all threw out, I was like, wow, I was a depressing kid. How did I have friends?
Oh no.
Right? I just exuded like negative energy, and I was like, I could have probably done better. Yeah, I could have probably done a lot more.
Yo, that's the exact same.
In the same amount of time, had I not had that negative image of myself or like image of or point of view. So yeah, I think that's my biggest regret.
I think for me, my biggest regret is probably just spending too much time being sad. Like during all that time I was sad and like I could just been happy. I could just been.
That's very similar to mine.
I could just been happy and just like enjoying the time I'm with my friends instead of like having to like feel like I could be just enjoying the time I had with my friends instead of being like, oh, they're just hanging out with me because they feel bad for me. You know, like I could just enjoy the time. What's wrong with you, Lydia? Like,
yeah. What is wrong?
What is wrong with me? I think also like another bigger regret is probably just like being embarrassed and like getting mad at my mom for like packing me these delicious lunches, you know? Like she's dude, like she'd be waking up at like 6:30 to like
what is wrong with
like
you?
good food, and I'd just be like upset at her. Like I still feel so bad. Man, all she wanted to do was just feed me. But yeah, sorry, mother. You know I love your food. It was delicious.
Delicious.
What about you, Sean?
For me, I think so. One of them was similar to Josh's, or yeah, I think maybe that's why we were such good friends since a young age, because we were similar in some ways. But I guess so. But yeah, but another one was like I was also very introverted and shy, so I didn't really do things on my own ever, which is why I got such an influence, like a big influence from my brother, and like who gets like favorite color? Like, come on, I could just choose my own, right? But yeah, I wish I just made my own choices more, I guess. Cause like even now with like a small example, clothes, fashion, I'm still very indecisive about what my style is. I remember when I visited back to LA, Terry was telling me, yeah, part your hair, it'll look cool. I was like, sure, I'll try it. Even though I knew the whole time it was gonna end up in a disaster. Yeah, it's like just make your own decisions, and if it looks bad, I mean, so what? As long as you like it, you know?
We
Yeah.
kind of like talked about our biggest regret and then like gave advice.
Ooh.
Period.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
But we've reached the hour mark.
Oh,
Yeah. It has been an hour.
Oh wow,
think-
already.
So
think
I-
it's good.
I-
Yeah.
I think it's good. I think this is where we'll
It is
end
good
it off for
Yeah.
episode 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you all for
Thank
listening.
you.
Sponsors,
All
please
right.
sponsor us.
Snickers, come
Yep.
Be
on,
waiting.
pull through, man.
Of course. Oh my god.
What would we do with that?
We just ASMR,
Oh.
and I
Yeah.
guess there'd be Hannah.
All right. Well, this will be
All
the
right.
end.
I guess we'll see. Yeah. See you guys next
Next
time.
episode. Bye.